I mean, honestly, though, you know who is the best in the biz? It's these guys right here. It's our Protoss player spawning in the lower left-hand corner of Tokamak. It is herO. And he's playing for Twisted Minds, the former team of his opponent. In the upper right-hand corner in the red, it's Classic. Now, I feel like Classic has a new team. But I don't remember who that is. Let me see if I can look it up real quick. Virtus Pro. It's Virtus Pro. I looked it up real quick. Good for me. What teams people are on is always a struggle for my brain to grasp onto. It used to be a lot easier, you know? Back when we had all the Korean bro teams, I could tell you that herO was on CJ Entis. You know, I could tell you what team he was on back in the day when we had to differentiate between the two heroes in StarCraft 2, because you of course had Liquid herO and then CJ Entis herO. But this should be a banger PvP. These guys are both obviously at the top of their game right now. They've been playing and practicing hard for the Esports World Cup. It's an interesting choice here for herO. To put the cybernetic score way back here. Also an interesting choice to put the Stargate over there. Yeah, I wonder what this is. Is this like a mind game? Oh, looks like he wanted to block that probe, but he decides against it. In the meantime, we have a Stargate in the base for Classic. herO starts up a Nexus, but Classic's gonna have to be on the defense here. You wonder if there's more than one Chickenman. Tallymo. There are other people that go by the name Chickenman. However, there's only one true Chickenman. You know what I mean? Do you understand the difference between those two things? It's like being named Tom. You can be Tom, but you're never going to be Tom Cruise, you know? So you can be a Tom, but you're not going to be the Tom. All right, well, this didn't go super well for herO. Classic on a good defense. He did scout the Stargate, which is huge. He had his own, so he builds a Phoenix. I'm shocked there's an Oracle being produced. I feel like this can't be good, right? Okay, the Stalker is going to come help it, but it's just going to die? Okay, he's going to have to recall it. That's 50 energy. On a Nexus that was later, that should have been a Chrono Boost. Why did he build that Oracle herO? Why would you do this? I mean, only 3 probes have gone down for all of this. Second Oracle is going to try to come in over here, and it is immediately going to be found. And, I mean, it's just not going to get anything done. Maybe it can drop a Stasis Ward or something. Oh, it gets 1 more. Oh, it gets 2 more kills. Look at that. Look at that. All right, herO finding damage when I thought there was none. Unfortunately, Classic is just... Man, he's just in a great spot. Like, this is an impossibly good spot for Classic. His Nexus was earlier. His worker count is higher. His army situation is better. Now there's an Oracle in herO's base. There's no shield battery here. The Stalkers are warping in, but that's just 5 dead probes. It feels like this is going from bad to worse for herO. Is this going to stay alive? Okay, it's not. At least there's that. That's about the only thing herO has going for him right now. I don't know what he thinks this is going to do. There's units right here, man. They're just going to kill it. herO's trying to come across the map. He's got Blink on the way. He's just going to try to get him with a Blink timing. Classic needs to recognize that his Blink is later and pull back and just defend at home. He's got a second shield battery finishing up. I think he's realized that's exactly what he needs to do, and it feels like if Classic just plays this defensively, he's going to win. Oh, he pushes out here, going for these Blink Stalkers. The Phoenixes go down, but that was a lot of focus fire from herO Stalkers. And I feel like Classic has just realized he's got so much here, it might not even matter that he doesn't have Blink. It does seem to matter a little bit, though. herO is still taking nice trades. But this is taking a lot of the wind out of herO's sails as he's warping in more units now. But now Classic's Blink is about to finish. Army Supply is still pretty heavily in favor of herO, though, as he warps in 4 more Stalkers. It's slow warp-ins. But I do feel like Classic needs to be a little bit defensive for a little bit longer. That's crazy. He's just going to go for a Nexus. He's an insane man. But his Blink is done, so he can dodge a lot of these shots. Guardian Shield gets taken out pretty much immediately. Army Supplies are pretty much exactly the same, though. Ooh, Classic blinks forward. He's feeling real good about his situation right now. As he should. Because with that trade, he takes the supply lead. And herO is going to tap out. The third base is on the way. herO really didn't have anything there. Just a great game, start to finish from Classic. He has, I kind of feel like, the best PvP in Korea. And that game is a great example of that. Yeah, like herO is pretty consistently rated higher than Classic, but I just feel like in the matchup against each other, Classic is so good against the other top Koreans in PvP. Tater Tutor always coming in here with the best emotes. All right, game number 2 is going to be on Pylon. Let's see if this is a 2-0 or hopefully we can get to a game 3 here. Hopefully this guy can pull it back. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner, we've got Twisted Minds, herO. And it's spun in the upper left-hand corner. 1 game away from going to a grand finals. It is a Classic. Playing for Virtus Pro. It'd be pretty big, actually, to knock herO out in the semifinals. herO, of the last 10 KSLs, he has played in 8 of them, and he has won all 8 of those that he played in. Actually, of the last 11, he's played in 8, and he won. Or on the last 11, he's played in 9, and he's won all 9 of those. The only 2 he didn't win, he didn't play in. And he actually beat Classic in the last one in the finals. So, herO is on an incredible streak. The last time he didn't make a finals was in December of last year. It's been a while. That one, I think he was knocked out by Solar. Or maybe Dark. I think it was Solar, though. So Classic knocking him out here would be big. Well, he's got the 1-0 lead. He could do it. It would be exciting, too, to have Rainer in the finals. Now, it is tough. I don't know where Rainer is at the moment. This is the Korean StarCraft League, though. So we play this on the Korean server. Only if both players agree would they play it somewhere else, and there's really no reason for Beyond to agree to that. Korean server is just the default that we play all these games on. This tournament was created to help out the Korean scene when GSL funding got cut pretty drastically a couple of years ago. So for Rainer, he's going to be playing with quite a bit of ping, I imagine, unless he is in Korea right now, which he could be. He has been there before, and I don't know. I don't know if he is or not. I feel like he's not, but I could be wrong. But Rainer in the finals would be good. We don't get a lot of non-Koreans in the finals of this tournament. Just message him and ask. I mean, I could. I could message him and ask. He's kind of busy right now, though. Feels rude. Yukiki says he is in Korea. I will believe that with my whole heart. I don't doubt you at all, Yukiki, that he is in Korea. That honestly would very much explain why he would play in this. We did have Clem playing a KSL when he was in Korea, and it looked like he was on top of the world and absolutely nobody could touch him, particularly in TVZ. And yet Dark beat him in those finals, and that was it was actually so cool to see that. I don't know, man, Dark still got it. It's unfortunate now he's in the military, but if Rainer's in Korea, then that is huge for his chances of winning this KSL, because from what I understand, he's been looking very good lately, playing with no ping. Clem is also in Korea. Oh, that's so sick. Are they there for RSL, or are they just there for fun? I know the RSL is going on, but I kind of feel like that's I wasn't sure if they had the budget to get people there. It's a shame we couldn't get Clem in here too, then. But would be pretty cool. Just for practice? Ah, okay. I mean, that's really cool. I love to see that. I love that even in 2025, the best StarCraft players in the world still go to Korea because it's good for practice. I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Like, practice in Europe is really, really strong, but if you play there all the time, getting to Korea and getting a different meta to practice with is like so sick. And a different set of players to play against constantly. Like, that's real good. According to the bracket, Rainer beat Beyond. That does seem to be true. So it looks like the winner of this will be facing Rainer in the finals. The Italian stallion himself. We'll see if he can win where Clem could not. I haven't been focusing on this game at all, and I mean, honestly, it's a PvP, so Blink is on the way for both of them. Just finished up for herO. Doesn't seem like there's any aggression going on. Pretty big map in Pylon, so third base is on the way. herO's is done, though. He's pretty far ahead in that regard. Looks like economically, though, Classic did have the lead there for a while. herO goes straight into charge. And he's the first one to start up +1. We don't have a Forge yet for Classic. He's just starting his, so Classic is going to be behind both in that third base and in that Forge, as well as Charge, which he just started up. So it feels like he's got to get something done. He's going to walk across the map. In exchange for being behind in all of this, he's way ahead in the Stalker count, 15 to 10. The Oracle goes down, but Classic's got the Stalkers here. A couple of shield batteries are nearby. Guardian Shield's going to pop for both players. Oh, good blink forward there from Classic. He's going to try to keep pushing, but that second blink, now 5 of those Stalkers are trapped. Probe's coming off the line to help out here. Classic is going to just have to focus down the Stalkers and blink away. We see 11 Stalkers now, so herO trading pretty nicely there for a little bit. He's going to get another couple of Stalkers as they come out of that stasis. And this attack has backfired for Classic. He went from ahead in Stalkers to even and now behind in the Stalker count pretty substantially. I say substantially. It's 8 to 9. That's huge, man. He's down a Stalker. But now as we get into charge lots, herO is just ahead economically going into this, and he knows it. He's going to go ahead and put down a Nexus because there's not really any way for Classic to pressure him right now. herO's holding all the cards. He's got the bigger army. His upgrades are sooner. His bases are sooner. Just feels like it is herO's game to lose at this point. He even already has an Immortal out, and the Robo just started for Classic. Classic needs to find a way to get back into this game. I feel like the longer we just macro here, the better it's going to get for herO. Classic taking a 4th base. His +1 is almost done, but again, herO just ahead. He started that +2 up right away. He's got the Chrono Boost on it. Same workers, what's better for herO? So it's a very good question, Raul. So herO is ahead 2 workers, not the hugest difference, but he also got there quite a bit sooner. And his base is done sooner, and that means his mining is going to be a bit more efficient as those workers are maybe oversaturated in some of Classic's bases or just don't have anywhere to go yet. They're long distance mining here. He's not going to be mining as efficiently, and that's going to give herO a bigger army sooner, which he can then use in an attack. Now, there is a shield battery here, but it's not... Oh, it does get recharged. That's going to help out quite a bit. The 1 High Templar, though, is not doing super hot right now. And it looks like herO is just going to stomp through. There's the GG. As herO, as I was just describing, uses that economic lead he had for a bit there to just build up his army. He was quicker on the upgrades, and he hit with +2. Upgrade lead, army lead. Very difficult for Classic to hold on against that when they have the exact same army composition. GG. Zealot smash, dude. Zealot's pretty good. And now we get into game 3. We're going to be on Maganatha. See who will go to the finals to face Rainer. To face the non-Korean in KSL. So far, the only non-Korean player to win a KSL is Oliveira. Oliveira won number 31. He's the only non-Korean player to win, and he and Clem are the only non-Korean players to even get to a finals. Oliveira's been to, I think, 4. 3 or 4. However, Rainer now joining the ranks and becoming the only Italian to get to the finals of the KSL. Let's hop into game number 3 here, excuse me. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have herO playing for Twisted Minds. His opponent in the lower right, it is Classic for Virtus Pro. Always good to mention those teams. Do appreciate the teams picking up StarCraft players for EWC. It's nice that EWC rewards that type of behavior because not a lot of teams left in StarCraft anymore. Team Liquid holding on to players. The Shopify Rebellion holding on to players. We've got Basilisk, of course. Absolutely killing it. Love Basilisk. But not a ton of teams still around from the old days. So I really appreciate the ones that are around, the ones that pop in every now and then to pick up players, even if it's just temporarily. It's better than nothing. Team that picked up Creator dropped him after like 2 months because he didn't qualify. Yeah, it is unfortunate. That's the thing, is when it's all based around the one tournament, it's like, that would be the only reason for a lot of these teams to have that player on their team. It would be nice if that didn't happen, though. Yeah. But, like, I don't, like, how can they stop that? You know what I mean? It depends on what the contract's on. Like, I would imagine they wouldn't want to break their contract, but maybe the plan was, we'll have you on contract for 2 months and then look into renewing it at that date. You know what I mean? And then, like, sure, the qualifications would have been making it into EWC, but, like, if it's in the contract, if that's what the contract is, then they can say, we don't want to renew the contract. Like, it sucks that that's the case. It sucks for Creator, but I also... It's better for him that he was on a team for 2 months, I would imagine, than not being on the team at all. Oh, also Streamer Zone. I've noticed Streamer Zone has been picking up players. That's been cool to see. All right, a couple of cheeky depths trying to sneak in. But it looks like Classic is all boarded up here. Got the shield battery up at the top of the ramp. Phoenix is going to come over here and see what it can see. It is a Stargate opener for both players. Call back to the time I hired Special for 2 weeks. Now, you know, sometimes that's how it be. Oh, Adept's going to try to get up there. At least get a probe or two. It looks like they're just getting the 2. One of them's going to die. The other one also dies. But then the Oracle, that's going to get a couple of kills and get recalled. Gets out of there at least. I don't know if that's really worth it. 2 Adepts and a very low hit point Oracle for 4 probes, but herO, I guess, doesn't need to worry about an Oracle now himself. He could build a Phoenix. Can we get into Phoenix Wars? No, herO's already got a Twilight Council. He's already got Blink on the way. He is moving forward. Classic going for a Robo. Maybe wondering if it is going to be Phoenix Wars. Yeah, I mean, the thing about, like, running a team is it's just a money sink unless you have something very specific that you're, like, using the team to advertise for. This is why I think the Shopify business model is possibly the most sustainable in esports, because it's just also their advertising budget going into esports teams, right? And, like, it makes a lot of sense. There's that overlap there. Team Liquid is a big enough brand now where advertising for their brand makes sense to keep the team as well. Anyways, I digress. I'm talking about this a lot as herO's coming in here with this attack, but he doesn't have Blink yet, so he does lose his Stalker there. He's trying to put some pressure onto this third base. He does not have his own third back at home, so he needs to put some pressure on here. But Classic has an Immortal out. That Robo coming into play real quick. Oracle on the other side of the map, keeping some of these Stalkers busy as well. Gonna try to drop a Stasis Trap, and it will succeed in catching 3 probes. as the Stalkers try to get into the main base. They will get into the main base, but there's an Immortal that is just going to come in here and bully these Stalkers away. Oh, these Stalkers, I feel like these Stalkers are going to need to recall. Can they get out of here? Ooh. Well, most of them can get out of there. Meanwhile, more Stalkers moving in at this third base, just putting a little bit more pressure on. Okay, these Stalkers not doing so hot over here. These Stalkers are doing quite a bit better, though. Classic is coming back with the Immortals, though. The Stalkers need to be a little bit careful. Classic actually supply block now. I feel like if herO had a third base, like finishing up, I wouldn't hate this for him. But I kind of do hate this for him. He's going to go for a kill on an Immortal. He's going to get it. Ah, but that's so painful. That is so many hurt Stalkers. Just a lot of DPS in Classic's army right now to deal with these Stalkers. Well, Adept's coming in now, try to get some probe damage. The third base has started up for herO, so if he can keep the probe count low, he will be okay here. Not great, but okay. The problem is Classic's army is just going to scale better. He did lose one Immortal, but he's got a fourth Immortal on the way right now. I believe he did have, yeah, he had a Twilight Council finishing up so he can get into charge. And once he has that, what is herO going to do about it? Because herO's got a bunch of Blink Stalkers, which they're good against some stuff, but I feel like they struggle a little unless you just get that overwhelming amount of them, which herO doesn't have yet. Whoa, there's a big blink forward. Those Immortals, man. Those Immortals, man. herO is trying to find something here. His third base is now done. Worker count is pretty even at this point. He's got a lot of catching up to do economically, but he has also traded worse, so it's a little rough. Oh, Blink here for Classic. Okay, I mean, I guess that's a way to deal with all these Blink Stalkers. I clearly did expect him to go into charge. It was a little surprising to see that. This is a bit of a problem right now for herO, though. Losing 2 gateways would be pretty huge at this point, and I don't really see any way for him to save them. So that's just 300 minerals down the drain. Oh, he blinks forward to get some Stalkers, but there are some Immortals there. And again, herO, every time he tries to take a good trade, Classic just makes him pay for it. And it's not a huge difference in resources lost, but again, with Classic having that economic lead for so long, he doesn't have to trade super well for it to be quite good for him. And now he's going to have his own blink. He's got +1, which herO does not have yet. herO's fourth base is earlier, but that only matters if he can hold on to it, which we're going to see. We'll see if he can. He's going to go scout that there is, in fact, a fourth base on the way for Classic as well. 5 Immortals on an A move across the map is something that herO, I think, is going to struggle to deal with. And that seems to be what Classic's plan is. Now that his blink is done, he's not going to wait for +2, which means that they should be fighting on equal upgrades here. +1 is almost done for herO. So yeah, he's going to get to finish that. So at the very least, herO will have equal upgrades. No, Classic, he's going to pull back. All right. Oh, herO does have charge. Okay. That's actually really nice if he has charge. Charge-lots can be pretty strong against Immortals. But Classic's got Glaives on the way, which is just a hard counter to charge. But he's out of position, and this is suddenly huge. Classic just loses a base. What does he do? He's going to try to come back over here and defend. is herO going to take a fight out here? He is going to wait for those Stalkers to blink forward. The Adepts are a little bit behind for Classic, so they're not going to really help in this fight right away. Well, it's a bit awkward. Classic is chasing. He's diving really far forward for that Immortal. He will get it. And remember, he's got 5 Immortals here, as well as a huge amount of Glaive Adepts, which are going to do really well against these charge lots. That's what's really worrying me right now for herO. herO, other than that, is in a pretty decent spot, but it's a bit of an awkward fight. This is really, really nice for Classic. Lost a few Stalkers on the way over here, but it might just not matter. These Immortals are doing so well against the Stalkers. Hot pickups even for Classic. I think Classic's just going to have too much here, even with the shield batteries. The Immortals pounding forward, the Glaive Adepts just not really weak to anything herO has in particular. Well, herO's trying to hold on. This side is very, very low. herO seems to be winning on the left-hand side, but only just barely. He's really just pushing Classic's army back together. Blink forward to get underneath the Prism. He gets the Prism, but he loses every single Stalker for that. Some more Zealots warp in, but herO is down almost 60 supply. And I think Classic is taking down the KSL champion here. herO has won 31 KSLs, but he is not going to get to the finals this time. Classic looks like he's about to seal this deal. I just don't think there's going to be enough left for herO to fight this out. He's under 50 supply. And I think that's just going to be about GG. Classic will be heading into the finals to face off against Raynor in this week's KSL. We might have a non-Korean champion of KSL. GG.